If you own a Surron or have watched any Surron videos in the past, you will know that upgrades can be expensive, especially when it comes to the suspension on the bike. And in this video, I'm going to be looking at one of the most expensive shocks you can buy, specifically made for the Surron, and hopefully trying to justify the price of this £950 shock by EXT. But for a start, you might be wondering, why would you spend £950, nearly £1,000 on a shock for a Surron? And well, like I mentioned in that short intro, it is one of the only shocks made specifically designed to go on a Surron or a Talaria. It's made by EXT, who is a high-end and reputable company in the motocross world, who decided that with the rise of these e-bikes, they had to adapt and make something specifically for these. This shock also has a load of amazing reviews from a lot of the best Surron riders out there. And then the last reason I decided to get a new shock, specifically the EXT shock, is my shock is blown out. It is doing nothing for me anymore. There's no compression left in it. For the past 2 months, the bike has felt awful. It has ridden like absolute ass. So hopefully this is all going to change. So for the last year, I have been using the stock KKE suspension front and back that came on the Surron. Up until about 10 months ago, I thought it was absolutely fine. Never had any problems with it. It held up with everything that I needed it to hold up with. That was until about 2 months ago when I did a jump. I overshot the jump. I landed in a dip, but I landed on the incline of the dip. So as I came over the jump, I landed flat but uphill. That completely blew out my rear shock. I mean, look at this thing. That is set to the hardest preload it possibly can be. It's like a basketball. I can literally bounce it with my hand. It's safe to say the shock is blown completely. And like mentioned, when riding my Surron since then, the whole bike has just been floppy, like a pogo stick, extra bouncy. Even when I'm doing wheelies, I'm just bouncing on the back constantly, up and down. It's not a nice feeling. So let's get the EXT ARMA out of the box and installed on the bike. So let's get this bad boy open. Normally the box doesn't look like this. It has just started raining, so there is loads of random raindrops on the box. Opening it up, got a random piece of cardboard. We've got a piece of paper which is signed by the quality control, listing loads of different things that they tested it for. Then we've got what looks like a small set of instructions, a very small set of instructions, and what looks like 2 EXT stickers or decals. Then we have what looks like another leaflet with the low speed compression, high speed compression settings, hydraulic bump stop control and rebound settings, and how changing these will affect the shock. Then opening it up, there's the shock itself. Straight away I've noticed that this thing is really light. I'm not sure how heavy the actual Surron shock is, but this one is definitely not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. We've got spring rated up to £450, which I think is the same as the Surron. Overall, it's just looking really nice. I'm not too educated on the ins and outs of suspension. All I know is that this should make a huge difference to my Surron with its blown out shock. Let's get it on the bike. That is now the old shock off, the blown KKE shock, and we got the EXT in comparison going on. I definitely like how blinged out the EXT looks compared to the stock KKE suspension. It's definitely looking a hell of a lot nicer. Let's get it on. So just like that, the suspension's on the bike. To be honest, that was a much quicker job than I actually thought it was going to be. I think it took me like 10 minutes to fit that shock, if that. I was expecting a good half an hour of pissing about trying to get it out, but spot on. Well done, Surron, for making an easy shock to change. But now it's on, I'm going to sit on the bike for the first time since changing the shock. This is going to feel amazing. If I could explain to you how bad that last shock felt, I would, but I can't. All I can say is it was shit. It was just so shit. So let's do it. Let's get the bike down. Oh my god, it doesn't bounce around like a pogo stick even when I take it off the stand anymore. Oh, wow. That is amazing. Oh, I have compression back in the bike. It doesn't feel like I'm sitting on a pogo stick anymore. What? Well, already just by sitting on the bike and the difference it's made from the KKE shock, I would say this is justified £950, but saying that if my KKE shock wasn't blown out, I might not be saying the same. Cannot wait to get out and test this thing properly. We are going to be testing it out in a special location. We are driving 2 hours again to meet up with some other Talaria and Surron riders. I'm going to get ready to drive for 2 hours. I'll see you when we're there. So, we are at the compound that Stingy Roger often comes to and puts in his videos. Speak of the man, and here he is himself. We're going to be trying out the shock on a few jumps, seeing how it feels. So for a start, we're going to give it a bit of a jump. It definitely feels a lot better than stock, even when the stock was working. Give it another go. Whoa, maybe a bit too fast on that one. These boys are more experienced in jumping than I am, but doing the jumps is going to give us a good idea on how the shock actually feels. So these shocks are actually meant to come set up from factory. You tell them your rider weight with all your belongings and what sort of riding you actually do, and they will tune the shock to how you want it to be. And well, I've only got good reviews to say about it so far. It's handling these absolutely no problem. I'm landing on the back wheel and it's just taking everything so smoothly. So we've got Sam in front of me, he's got an EXT shock. Stingy Roger also has an EXT shock. Give it another go. That was lovely. So yeah, so far first impressions on the shock, well worth the money. But again, there wasn't exactly much that we had to compare them to with how the old shock felt. So now we're out and about. Just left the compound, just tried a few jumps just to see what the shock was like on some heavier landings. Now we're going to be trying more trails riding. Me and E-Bikes Part Sharp are going to be sticking at the back of the group because we're both on stock batteries. All the other boys have got 72 volt or 60 volt upgrades, so range is definitely not a problem for them. Right, so we're all lined up. We're going to have a drag race. We've got two 72 volts, 60 volt, standard Talaria and the Torp Surron. I'm in full power mode. So almost as predicted, I think Sam actually won that one. So who actually won that one? Sam won, then you?
I was mode 7.
Then Stingy, then me, then E-Bike Part Shop.
5 mile an hour or something like that.
So again, the 272 volts are winning. I'm just going to stop trying because I'm just wasting battery. So we've got the 272 volts, the upgraded 60 volt, the Torp, then the E-Bike Part Shop behind. So the Torp does make a difference. So now we're back on the actual trails. We can actually start using some of the battery that I've been trying to save. We can start talking deeper about how the shock actually feels. It seems to keep you grounded so much better than the previous shock did as well. Especially when accelerating with the more power. You hit the power and the bike feels way more grounded and it actually grips better. Whereas with the old shock, it used to spin up a lot more because presumably how bouncy it was. It wasn't letting the tyres stick to the ground. But again, these shocks are made specifically for the Surrons and Talarias. Obviously you can get other shocks that are cheaper than the EXT. There's the Fox shocks that are available, which also have fairly good reviews. They won't cost you quite as much, but it's still fairly expensive. There's the Voncat 10.5, which is also made for Surron and Talarias. Again, slightly less expensive, but if I'm honest, I have budgeted out on a few parts for the Surron so far. So the suspension I actually wanted to spend a bit of money on and just basically get the right part for a start rather than wasting another 500 quid on something that I didn't necessarily want and then upgrade to the EXT further down the line. I'd rather just buy this and then it's on the bike. All I'll have to do is service it every so often, keep it running smoothly and nicely. Hopefully that shouldn't be for a little while though. So we are actually going to try a few other little jumps. That one's straight onto a log for some reason. That one's a muddy one. I have no idea where they've actually gone. Just going to skip the berms because of how much water's there. I can't tell if I can roll this. I can, that's fine. I can just about roll that one. Oh, that was beautiful. I wasn't going to make it. Lovely, that was smooth.
You overshot that.
I made it, but overshot it massively, yeah. Gonna send the jump again, not too hard because I don't want to die. Oh, it's so boggy round here. Shock feels really good though. Keep forgetting I'm meant to be talking about the shot.
Well done. It's hard to get the speed, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I'll try it.
Although the shock handled that very well again. So I know review wise on the shock, it's not exactly been the most educational or informational video on the EXT shot, but I did come to see these boys today and I've ended up having a bit more fun than actually trying to film sensibly and properly. But from what I will say, from what I've experienced today, is the shock worth £950? Absolutely. Do I recommend that everyone goes and buys one? Probably not. There is other options out there for cheaper price that will do the same as this shock and handle it very well. This is a very expensive shock for what it is. I'd say this shock is more for if you are going to ride moto style Surrons. If you're riding on the street, you definitely won't need it. If you want to ride more big jumps, big drops, lots of places with bumpy terrain, routes, it does make the ride really nice, really nice. Like I say, there will be a more in-depth video in the future when I have ridden the shock for a bit longer. Hopefully I'll give you a lot more information and show you a lot more clips. Today was more first impressions and just enjoying the day out that we've come to do today. So just to show you, we got one EXT shock, we got another EXT shock that you can see more of because he hasn't got the rubber flap to cover it, so it is getting a lot more dirty and ruined. And then coming around this side, we've got another EXT, the third one. There's about £3,000 just in suspension. If we're looking at the whole bikes overall, there's potentially 50 grand here in Surrons and Talarias. We've got stock Talaria, 60 volt upgraded Talaria, 72 volt Surron, 72 volt Surron with the chain kit and loads of other upgrades and powder coated. My upgraded Surron, most of you will know what I've done to it already, but yeah, lots of money just in bikes right here. So there is only me and E-Bikes part shop left. All the other lads have gone home. It's getting a bit later in the day now, so losing daylight. I know this video has been a bit of a terrible review shock wise, but I came to ride with these boys, so got a bit distracted and sidetracked. It's been more riding and having fun than actually reviewing the shock. In the future there will be a more in-depth video on how the shock actually performs and feels. Once I've got a bit more used to it, once I know what to say about it, we'll definitely do a more in-depth video. But that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Plenty more to come in the future. I've been Matt Francis, signing out. Peace.